Hi, and welcome to my pitch. The name of the show that I am presenting today is called Zombie Brad. I picked this name because it's short and sweet, and I feel like it's very rememberable. And yeah. So, the synopsis. This world is set in Blueport, which is my kind of reimagining of New York. On the planet of Ottila. I'd say Ottila is quite far from Earth in my fictional world, but there is transport from Earth to Ottila in my world. So there are human tourists that come to explore this world. Story, Brad, Zombie Brad, our main character, has moved here into Blueport from the country. He's a country boy. The only problem is that he has got stuck in this dead-end job, a barista. He's a barista. That he's convinced himself that he likes, and he's way too comfortable. He's way too comfortable in this job. So the main kind of the purpose of each episode would be to get him out of his shell more, get him out of his comfort zone, remind him of why he came to the city in the first place, which was to... Okay, so character lineup. On the left here is Brad. I made him more plain looking because I thought, usually in shows the main character is a bit more plain than the other characters, just to bring people in, so I thought that would be good. Middle character is Tammy Fanta. She's a ghost. I'll talk more about her on her slide. And Bruce Constantine is on the right. He's a vampire. Okay, Brad Beast. He's 107. He's been alive a long time. He's a zombie, so he's immortal. His occupation is barista at Pricey's in Blueport. I would describe him as a happy-go-lucky kind of country boy who's decided to venture into the city to follow his dreams. He's got himself stuck in a dead-end job, though, and he's lost any motivation to move on to something else. He's become too comfortable, and now he's just living his day in, day out, in this coffee shop. And my main purpose for this show was to kind of get him out of his shell. Every episode would be something that happens that makes him uncomfortable, but he in the end overcomes it, I guess, by the end of the episode. And I would describe him kind of he's humorous, he's but he's kind of clumsy, he gets kind of nervous sometimes, he's still a country boy at heart, so it's kind of he's still kind of used to the countryside, even though he really wanted to move to the city. But yeah, there are some in the top right. Those are the different variations from right to left is how it kind of went in the progression of what he was going to look like. That sketch in the middle there was the first ever draft of what I thought he might look like. That was before I decided any sort of style, though, so that was more of a concept. Okay, Bruce Constantine. Bruce, he's a vampire who's been alive around 564-ish years, because he's pretty old, so he kind of just it's kind of hard to pinpoint his age. He's had because he's a vampire, he's had a lot of experience of being bored with his immortality, and so once he comes across Brad, when he comes into the coffee shop one day, he kind of connects with him on that sort of level. Like, they get talking, and like he ends up wanting to help Brad do this, like help him get out of his shell. I would describe Bruce as very charming, like witty, kind of like he's a high energy sort of character. Like, he's like very like ready to be going to do things. So I feel like that kind of helps balance Brad and Bruce out. Now Tammy Fanta, she died. She was a human who died at 24 years of age. When she was alive, she had like brown hair, brown eyes, olive skin. She died in 1976 because she partied too hard. I would describe her as like a very like sassy character. Like, she can sometimes be kind of cold. Like, it comes across like that to like the other characters in the show. But like in the end, like if you look under all of that stuff, she's like very good-hearted. Also, the way that Tammy met Bruce is they met in this jazz club because Tammy's like really interested in jazz, and they like quickly became friends. Bruce really wants to help Tammy like become more at ease at being a monster, because she's like not experienced at all. Like, that's how, because he loves to help people, so it kind of works in his favor as well. And then in later episodes, Bruce like introduces Tammy to Brad, and that's how they all become like friends. Yeah.